Hey bassists, today we're checking out the brand new pedal by Westminster Effects, the Wittenberg Bass Preamp V2. So before going into this review, I did want to state that Cody from Westminster Effects did send me this pedal to review. However, he did not specify any requirements for this video, so I will be giving you my honest thoughts. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with Westminster Effects, they are a pedal company that started in 2015. The company resides in South Carolina and all the pedals are built in-house. This is the only pedal that is labeled a bass pedal, but they do have some other pedals that do work with bass as well. So this V2 version of the pedal just released last month. The original version, the V1, only had 4 knobs. It had a EQ, frequency, volume, and then an EQ toggle switch. So now with the V2 version of this pedal, you get the gain knob, you get the 3-band EQ, you get the switchable mid-range, high and low mid-range, active passive pickup switch, and then on the side here is a ground mode. Let's go ahead and dive a little deeper into the V2 settings on this pedal. So the Wittenberg, hopefully I'm saying that right. Looks like Wittenberg, but I know it's supposed to be German influence, obviously. So overall, I'd say it's a very solid bass preamp pedal. I love that it's not from a corporation or something, you know, like Fender. I love that it's built in Cody's place in South Carolina or wherever it is built there. What I really like is how sensitive the gain knob is. Usually on some preamps, if you put the gain knob all the way, it just sounds really fuzzy and unusable, but the gain knob on here is really subtle. I love this mid-range handle, the low and the high mids. My Sans amp does not have a mid-range control, and playing this makes me really yearn for a mid-range control. I wish it had both the low and high together. And then the third part that I really like, I just like the overall design of it. I like when pedal companies get a little creative with the naming and paint jobs on the pedal. I don't want to have just like all black pedals. I think that's pretty boring. Now for the cons, while I do think this is definitely a big improvement above the V1, there's definitely some flaws. I don't like these small knobs. I wish they were all bigger knobs. For me to showcase this pedal, it was kind of hard to demo the knobs because you can't really see where I'm putting these EQ settings. I already said this, but I kind of wish the low and high mid ranges were separate knobs. I feel like that's not too much to ask for in a pedal like this. And the third and unfortunate flaw I found with this is the build quality. While it's not in a plastic casing or anything, there's some flaws I found. If you look for for the power outlet on this pedal, you can see it's not properly aligned with the hole, so when I was putting the cord in, it wasn't feeding in 100% properly. I got it to work, but that was just something I noticed. And then right now, the screw on this is kind of falling out. It's not impacting functionality, but those are just, you know, things I noticed after having this pedal for a month. Overall, I do say it's still a decent bass preamp, but it is hard to get over stuff like the build quality and the knobs. Playing with this preamp, it really makes me want to upgrade my SansAmp because my SansAmp just doesn't have the low and high mid range frequencies, which I do want to have control over. If there is a V3 version of this pedal in 2 years or so, I'd be really excited to see the improvements that Cody is able to put on this pedal. So that's my overall review of this pedal. Let me know your thoughts on this bass preamp.